Alright guys, here we are again with some more franchise mode, almost a GM mode, but obviously it changed like, I don't know, 3 years ago or something? I don't know. Anyway, we're in the second round of the playoffs against the Vancouver Canucks. So before we get started, let's view their lines. Miller, Pedersen, Bowser, Ferland, Horvat, Barchi, Levo, Beagle, Pearson, Rosal, Sutter, Erickson. So I think we got them. They got our first line beat. Second line, I think we got them. Third line, I think we're good. I think we're about even in the bottom six. So it's very similar to our matchup against. Yeah, and I think we have the better. No, they might have the better D because we can't see Edler's rating. We can't see Hughes' rating. We can see most of Myers and most of Tanev's, and they are on the second pair. I think these are fairly accurate, so leads me to believe Edler and Hughes are pretty good, so they might have the edge in defense. And then with goaltenders, they have Markstrom, so we hold the edge there. Now let's go. I want to see how Hamonic is doing. Oh, now we got Lindholm injured. Hamonic's not on there. Raquel has a broken nose, but he'll play through it. We don't have Lindholm now, but it looks like Hamonic is better. What's the date? Okay, so we should be getting Lindholm back soon. I believe that said it's just a sprained ankle. Yeah, he'll be back on the 24th, so that's in time for Game 2, I believe. In time for Game 3, he might return slightly early for Game 2. Hopefully that is the case. So if we look at our lines, Getzlav, Case, Fiala, Henrique, Raquel, Silverberg, Spronghala, Richie, Steele, Short, Connolly. So I think we actually do hold the edge in the bottom six, which is good. Brody, Manson, Van Riemsdyk, Hamonic, Larson, Del Zotto. So yeah, I think they do hold the edge of defense, and then we got Gibson and Solares. They definitely hold the defense without Lindholm in there. But yeah, even so, I think they might have the edge there. So it should be an interesting series, but I am confident still that we can pull this out. So let's get right into it. We will sim. I'll take a sip. A gulp, actually. Jeez. And looks like it's 1-1. Pedersen and Manson with the goals. Sim another period. Vancouver with Pedersen again. So we will watch this third period unfold. And we need one to tighten up a power play to no avail on both sides. Another power play for Vancouver. Scary times. We can't execute on that power play. It's going to end 2-1 for Game 1. Vancouver takes it on the road. Vancouver's obviously Pedersen with those 2 goals. Pretty well rounded from there. And we had Manson with the goal, assisted by Raquel and Silverberg. So that ain't gonna cut it. Quite simply. So Game 2. First period, no score. Second period, 2-0 Vancouver. Pearson, Horvat. So I might have jumped the gun when I said I was confident. Sutter now, 3-0. Connolly gets one back. It's going to take a late game comeback to save this one. Doesn't look like we're going to get it done. And they Talion was likely an empty netter. Oh, we get one right back, Manson. With 12 seconds left, that would have been something. But man, Vancouver takes game 2. I didn't look at the stats on that. My bad. But it almost looks like we're completely outmatched. And there we go. Steele and Case on the road, opening it up. Case just under 2 minutes into the game. Nothing going. Oh, I simmed the period instead of playing it, but that's okay. We wound up winning 2-1. Miller gets a late, a third period goal, mid-third period, but it ain't enough. Case and Steele with the goals, couple assists. And then we got Miller with the goal, assisted by Bozer and Peterson. Alright, so we do take game 3 on the road. I think this game 4 is a must-win for Anaheim if we want to come back in the series. Good start, Case. Once again, opening the scoring. Vancouver gets 2 back, so they got the lead. Heading into the third, Myers scores less than 2 minutes into the period. They get a power play. Don't get anything on it. We get a power play. Nothing on it. In fact, Miller scores after the power play to make it 4-1. So that's pretty rough. An uphill battle ahead. Going to quickly look at our lines. And see what is up here. Doesn't look like any injuries on the offense. Defense is healthy too. Gibson, why is Boyle up here? Why is Boyle the backup? At this point, I don't know if it matters too much. But we do seem to be healthy. Is Miller back? Miller, was he injured again? Or are they just reevaluating him? Either way, seem to be in a little bit of trouble here. 3 must-win games coming up if we can push it to 3. 3 more games. Lindholm opens the scoring. Vancouver strikes back, but so do we. Fiala, Pearson, Bozer, and Case. Wow, Fiala with 1 second left in the second period. That's a huge goal. But what can we do with it? Vancouver to the power play right away. Nothing doing. Case on the board once again. MVP of the series, at least for Anaheim. I think that's his 4th goal of the series. Either way, it looks like we're going to hold on, especially with Case. Is that a hat trick? That's got to be a hat trick, right? Yeah, that's a hat trick for Case. High scoring affair, at least on our end. Case with the hat trick, 5 points in all. 3 goals on 4 shots. Fiala with a goal and 4 points. Getzlav with 3 assists. Manson with 2 assists. Lindholm with a goal. So the Ducks showing some fight here. Bozer and Pearson scored their goals. You can see the points there. So we do have some life. Big game 6 coming up here. Looking to force a game 7. And it is a 3-2 start. Silverberg, Sprung, and Raquel for us, Rosal and Tanev. No goals in the second after an explosive start to the game. Sets up a very big third period. Can we hold on to this lead? I'd feel a lot more comfortable with another goal. Power play to Vancouver. Nothing doing. Big kill. And that's it. A Game 7 has been forced. Let's see. Raquel with a goal. Sprong with a goal. Silverberg with a goal. Raquel 3 points in all with 2 assists. Assisted both other goals. 2 of those goals were on the power play, so yeah, nice. And Vancouver. Tanev with a goal, Rosal with a goal. Pretty spread out points-wise. No multi-point players. At least in that one. So a huge Game 7. Winner goes on to the conference final. We're at home. We have a 2-goal lead with Ritchie and Lindholm. We tack on 2 more with Brody and Getzlov. Oh my, have we made the comeback from 3-1 down in the series? It's looking pretty good, barring a miracle. And there's a 5th from Sprong. I think it's pretty fair to say this one is over. What an astonishing rally from the Ducks. Wow. That's incredible. Ritchie with a goal. Brody, Sprong, Getzlov, Lindholm. And the list goes on. Very spread out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skaters without a point, and that's all. Spreading the wealth on offense. Great stuff. And Vancouver. Oh yeah, that's right, they were shut out. I almost forgot they were shut out. So another clinching game shut out by Gibson. Manson is injured. Just popped up at the top. Oh boy. Injury report. Fingers crossed. Miller with a broken hand. Injured shoulder will return on May 4th. And what is the date right now? Oh good, he'll be back tomorrow. Whew. Alright. Case leading the way with 12 points in 12 games. Then you get Getzlov with 11 points. Raquel, Fiala, Manson, Hall, Lindholm, Connolly, Ritchie. So if we go all the way down, only Hamonic is pointless. And he's a -7. So Hamonic not looking that great. But otherwise, very well-rounded with a few guys here clustered at the top. Bunch of guys with 5 points, it looks like. Yeah. And lest we forget the goaltenders. Gibson, 8-4-0, 2 shutouts, a nice save percentage, nice goals against average, 325 saves on 346 shots, just 21 goals against in how many games is that? 11? 12 games. I like it. So let's sim in just to see who we are playing. Stop that simulation. It is going to be the Nashville Predators. So Nashville looking to return to the Stanley Cup final once again. They also went through a 7th game. Wow, Florida edges Boston out in 7 games. Pens handle the Caps quite easily. They've had a pretty clear road at this point, with Florida standing in their way. Nashville is going to be a test. But the drive that this team has to come back from 3-1 down, I'm very excited about. I hope you are too, and we will see what happens in the next one. Will we make it to the Stanley Cup final in our first run-through, in our first season of this series? Let me know, guys. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.